Their frustration is boiling over, and they vent their anger at the occupying forces. Young Palestinians, many in their teens, throw rocks, sometimes petrol bombs. Israel's retaliation goes from tear gas to bullets. The Palestinian crowd also has Israeli infiltrators, such as these 4 masked men who were among students protesting at Beit El in Ramallah on Wednesday. One of them was even carrying a flag of Hamas. All of a sudden, they drew pistols and opened fire with the backing of Israeli soldiers. One of the protesters was critically wounded, others seized. It's a risk that this young man is willing to take. He won't tell us his name for his own security, but says he's an engineering student.
Both studies on the struggle are important, but these days this is more important to take part in the clashes, even if it leads to a third intifada.
There are several flashpoints like the checkpoint here in Kalandia, a bit all over the West Bank, where clashes erupt nearly on a daily basis. Now this is creating anxiety among many people here who wonder for how long will these tensions last and if they could evolve into something bigger. Walid al-Malki works in a shop just a few blocks away from the checkpoint. He took part in the second intifada 15 years ago. Now he spends most of his day watching the fighting from afar.
I don't join anymore because it's useless, but inside me I support them. When I was younger, I was feisty. Now I know I might get wounded or killed. But that's it. What's the solution? The youth are upset about what is happening at Al-Aqsa Mosque compound. We learned from the first and second intifada that it leads to nothing. For those on the front line, protests are essential.
For those on the front line, agitations and protests are essential. Israel Barghouti is an organizer of student protests, even though she says it's not yet time for a full-scale uprising.
Our generation has more energy than the older one. They are tired or disillusioned, but we have to believe that what was taken by force can only be returned by force. But I don't support a third intifada, because if we don't have a plan and a clear goal, we will get nothing out of it, just another catastrophe, and this will benefit our enemy.
Many of the protesters were born after the Oslo Accords were signed in 1994. Recently, President Mahmoud Abbas warned he could withdraw from the agreement. Many young Palestinians feel it's long gone. Hoda Abdel-Hamid, Al Jazeera, Ramallah, and the occupied West Bank.